Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I am beginning another Delves and Dangers solo campaign. This time it's the definitive edition, which this is available on itch.io in PDF form for you to download. Let's pay what you want, so if you'd like to pay some money, fine. If not, it's free and you can download it and play. So I am beginning a solo campaign in honor of releasing a definitive edition. I'm going to show you guys how this game is played. If you haven't, I have other videos of it being played. There's not much difference between the definitive edition plays and this plays, or in those plays, so you can check those out if you like, or you can come and watch this video and you will see how the game plays. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into the story. Our heroes, Barry Goodhollow. She is a halfling wizard. And then we have Beefcake. He is a human warrior. And then we have Kendall Brownleaf. And he is our halfling Harefoot Druid. And then we have a Fellcat cleric known as Per Sharpclaw. Per Sharpclaw is our Fellcat cleric. And they have arrived, or they live in a small village called Tired Hollow. And Tired Hollow, and it's southwest of the city of Northgate. And recently the dead have been rising, and they have been plaguing the village. And they are called before a village elder who sits them down and has a discussion and tells them, well, you see, about a century ago, the dead began to rise, and a group of adventurers went to investigate. After reading the lore and discovering the history of this area, they decided that the Deathstone had awakened. The Deathstone is a horrible magical item that animates any that are dead near it into zombies or skeletons, and sometimes into even worse things. And so the dead were arising out of the graveyard and terrorizing the village. The adventurers, once they realized what the Deathstone was, they went to investigate at the graveyard, because that's where the dead were coming from. So they went, they investigated, and they supposedly went down below the crypts underneath the graveyard and returned as undead. It was a horrible time. However, after they returned, the dead no longer rose, and it's been many decades, a century even, since the dead have arisen, but they are rising again. So that means the Deathstone is active. The Deathstone is coming for us all. So you must go to the graveyard, figure out how to shut down this Deathstone or destroy it. For we felt it was destroyed, but apparently it is not. So you must save our village, and who knows, maybe this part of the world, by taking it out and destroying it.
Well, that's it? That's all we really know about this thing? Has anyone ever seen it?
No. No one has gone looking for it in a century because we thought it was done. The dead have rested for 100 years. Until now.
Oh my. This is just horrible.
I'm ready to smash some stuff. I want to chop it up.
Oh, calm down, Beefcake. I don't know. Sounds like an abomination against nature. I'm in. And as a Fellcat cleric of Silvatar, this is an abomination against the gods. For undead should remain rested in their graves. It's against the natural order. Yeah, I'm with you. Exactly. Very well. To the cemetery.
Yes, and please be careful.
We do not want you coming back as walking corpses.
So they leave the town hall and they head towards the graveyard. They go through the cemetery gates and they make their way to the main mausoleum, since there's only one. It is a smallish village after all. And they make their way there. And the mausoleum is on the edge of town. Soon as they enter through the cemetery gates, however, shambling around the corners of the mausoleum are some zombies. And streaking their way are some zombie and ghouls. A couple of ghouls and several zombies. The dead are alive. They have risen. We must put them to rest, says Barry. So let's get a few more of these. All right, so we'll just call that a zombie. That's a ghoul. This could be a zombie. A couple more zombies, and then I'm gonna need to turn one of these into a ghoul. No, let's save that. Yes. So zombie, 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 and then we'll turn this into, so there's 2 ghouls and 2 zombies. All right, so as soon as I enter in the gates, it is initiative. So in Delves and Dangers, everybody rolls an agility roll, which is just their agility, not their agility resistance. And if they roll 2 successes as a DL2, they go before the creatures. If not, they go after. So let me get my dry erase note card out to track stamina, and we'll be good to go. Okay. And initiative. All right, so Kendall is going before the zombies. So we'll make this the gray die. We'll track initiative over here. So Kendall's going before. So is Beefcake. Oop. So Kendall and Barry both failed, but you get to re-roll 1 failed roll. Ooh, with sound effects. Whoa, Barry might. Nope. So Barry doesn't, and nor does Kendall. They go after. All right, so that's the initiative. And so it goes. Beefcake's like, boom, charges the nearest zombie. He has got a massive greatsword, and he is going to swing it, and he gets 10 dice with that sword. And all the characters are first level. And he swings at the zombie. Whoa. And 6s explode. Right now 3s are successes. So he has that many successes and 1 exploding die. So he fails. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. The armor on zombies with their rotting flesh. It's really not technically armor. It's just, rotting flesh. 1. So remove 1 success. And so that is 3, 6 damage. And zombies have 10 stamina. So 1 is at 4 stamina. Okay. So that was his action. Now we move to Kendall. Kendall the Druid. So Kendall has a short bow or a spear. He's going to fire a short bow at that zombie as it heads towards him. So that's 5 dice. Pew, shoots off. He's got 2. He gets a failed roll. Reroll the failed roll. So it becomes a success. And he has 2 exploding dice. All right. So 2, 4, 6. -1 is 5. So that zombie is injured as well. And now it is a zombie / undead's turn. So zombies, they move only 20 feet. So they move up and they take like a quote unquote sprint action up on him. Moves around here. This zombie moves out to here. The ghouls move 30 feet. So he can move a little faster. So that it gets to about here and it makes a double move and attack. It won't be able to attack, but makes a double move to get up on the cleric. These two zombies crowd in against Beefcake, and there's not a lot of room to get there. So this ghoul is going to go this way and move up on Purr. All right, so there's 2 attacks by zombies over here on Beefcake. So we'll do 2 separate. The zombies attack with 6 dice. They have pretty powerful fists because they're not afraid to hurt themselves. So two zombies oh my goodness. All right, so this is a 4. So wow, okay, that's some exploding dice there, and then he's got some exploding dice here, so that's quite a bit. So let's explode this first zombie's dice, and it explodes again. All right, so he's got 4, 6, 7. The other attack has 2 exploding dice, so only hits for 3. So the attack for 7 hits Beefcake, but he has an armor of 2 because he's wearing chainmail, so that is 5 damage. So Beefcake is going, so he has a 19 stamina. He takes 5 damage, so he's down to 14. All right, and then the other attack is only 3 successes, and so that's only 1 more point of damage, so he's down to 13. All right, now it is we're gonna go with Purr. So Purr gets +3 dice against the undead, and so he's gonna use his longsword. It's a favored weapon of his god, and he gets to add an additional 3 dice. And so he swings at the ghoul. He wants to hit this ghoul. The ghoul, he knows ghouls are a lot of problems. So he gets 6 successes on that ghoul. Ghouls have an armor of 1. So the ghoul what did I say? Yeah, 3, 6 minus 1 is 5 damage. So that ghoul takes 5 damage. Ghouls have a stamina of 8, so he's down to 3. Okay. All right. Then it is Barry's turn, and Barry is going to Barry should probably cast Magic Armor, because if Barry doesn't cast Magic Armor, there could be a problem. So we're going to roll Magic Armor, roll a casting roll, and see where that takes us. So it gets to re-roll 1 failed roll. All right, so gets a total of 4 successes, so that's 2 armor. So he has 2 armor, and I forgot to get my tokens out to track his power points. That was 1 power point, so we'll use this 12-sided with die. So Barry, sorry, she's a she. So she is now down to 5 power points. And then I'm going to use these tokens here to indicate her armor value, to remind me that she has that armor value. All right. So she is armored up, and she moves back a little bit past the cemetery gates to kind of get something between her and the other. And she might be off camera, but trust me, she's there. All right, cool. So now we roll initiative. All right, so the only one that has a 3 agility is Kendall. Everybody else has 2. 1 failed roll. All right, so Barry's going before. Beefcake is going after. Purr is going after. And Kendall's going forward. So the Harefoots go before the zombies and ghouls and so forth. All right, so Kendall is going to whip up his spear into this zombie. He gets 6 dice with this spear, 5 dice with this spear. Stabs, and that is 3 successes, so that's 2 damage to the zombie on him. All right. And then that's it. He's going to stand strong. And then Barry, you know, sleep. She knows sleep's going to be useless, so she's going to roll. She's going to fire a magic bolt at the zombie fighting her cousin Kendall. See if she can help take it down. It's against its agility resistance. Zombies have just a 1 agility, I think. Yeah, so that's the resistance. Boom. So 4 successes. That is 3 successes on that zombie, and that is enough to take that zombie down. Now, however, zombies have something called Restless Dead. So when they get 0 stamina, Danger Director rolls a d6. If it's a 5+, they do not fall. And it does not fall, and it continues on with 1 stamina. Happens a lot when I play zombies. All right, so that was them. Okay, so zombie closes in here. So there's 2 zombies attacking Kendall. Powerful punches and exploding die. So that's 5, and Kendall has a 1, so he takes 4 damage. So Kendall is taking 4 damage. And so that's down to 8. All right. And then the other one is 3. So that's 2. Down to 6. All right. And then 2 zombie attacks on Beefcake. Beefcake, so that's 3, 4, 5. All right, we got some exploding dice over here, so let's do the 5 first. He has 2 armor, so that's only 3 damage. Beefcake's down to 10. And then the exploding dice, there are 2 exploding dice here. And so that is 3, 6 minus 2 is 4 more damage. So Beefcake is absorbing some damage, but let's see how long that lasts. All right, so that is, and then there are 3 attacks. There's a ghoul attack. So we're gonna do the 2 zombie attacks on Purr. Woo, look at all those ones. And exploding die. All right, so yeah, so 1 damage. It does not get through his ring mail. So that's a miss. And then this one has only 2 successes with an exploding die and misses, does not get through his ring mail. So boom, armor coming in clutch. Now, however, there's gonna be a ghoul attacking. I think ghouls also attack with 6 dice. No, more. They have 2 claws, so it's 8 damage, 8 claws and a 4 bite. So both claws are attacking. So that's 8 dice there. And then 4 dice for the bite. Attack on Purr. So the bite has an exploding die and another exploding die for 5. So that's 5 successes. Minus 2 is 3 on Purr. So you're gonna have to make a strength resistance test or be paralyzed. However, yeah, let's just do that now. Strength resistance, so that's only 2, and it's a DL. It's a DL2 or be paralyzed. Let's roll 2 successes and gets 2. So not paralyzed. Then the claws is 4, 5 with a exploding die. So that's 6 hits. Minus 2 is 4 more off of Purr. And has to make a DL2 or be paralyzed, and does, no problem with even with an exploding die. So that is all of the enemies. And so now Beefcake, he takes a swing, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at the zombie that he fought before, and that is 4, 5 with an exploding die, 6. So it takes off 1, so that's 5 damage, and that is enough to knock it down. Let's see if it regenerates. It does, so it's still up at 1 stamina. Can you believe it, folks? Can you believe it? Love it. Okay. We already attacked him with 2 zombies. So there's 2 zombies on him. He can't seem to bring even 1 down, and now that brings us to the cleric. Felcat is going to attack that ghoul because that ghoul is bad news. So it gets 6 dice with a 6 dice with a longsword, +3 versus undead. And I'm going to say he's going to attack with his claw as if he's fighting with 2 weapons. So that's an additional extra die to attack. Because when you attack with 2 weapons in this game, it just adds +1 additional if the second weapon you're attacking with is a light weapon. So, going to attack the ghoul with divine power, longsword, and a claw. And we have 2, 4, 6, an exploding die. All right, so 6 goes through on the ghoul, and that is enough to take it down. So the ghoul is out of action. One of the ghouls is out of action. The other one's a ghoul. I didn't realize that. Uh-oh. I really messed that up. It was still clawing at him. Okay, we're good. All right, so he actually has another ghoul on him. And I didn't realize that I attacked it as if it were a zombie. No big deal. No big deal. We got this. Okay, so initiative. Let's see. All right, so Per is before. That's good. Kendall, or Barry is before. Kendall is not before. He's after, and Beefcake is after. So let's go. So Magic Bolt. He sees the ghoul as a bigger threat. So he's going to fire off the Magic Bolt at the ghoul. Ugh. Okay, we got an exploding die. I'm going to reroll 1 failed roll. Okay, 2 exploding dice. That's good. And that's better. So 3, 6 against agility resistance on a ghoul. Ghouls have 3 agility, so it's 3 damage to that ghoul, but it's a start. Ghouls have 10 or 8 stamina. So now it has 5. Okay, so that was... Now, Per is going to attack that same creature again. He's got to take the ghoul down. There we go. Got some exploding dice, man. Sweet. All right, so that is... All right, so 3, 6, 9, 12 damage on that one, which is enough to take it down. So it kills the other ghouls. So the very real danger of the ghouls has been eliminated. And he stands in strong against this zombie. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to house rule on the fly. If he hits a zombie, they don't get their regenerative powers because he's hit them with their divine power. I like it. Let's do it. All right, so now it's their attacks. So we've got 2 zombie attacks on Beefcake. Beefcake's really taking it. He might be in trouble. Oh my gosh, he might be in a lot of trouble. Exploding dice. So he takes 4 there. And then he takes, there's an exploding die there. All right, so he's got all 6 here and 4 there. His armor is 2, so he takes 2 from this. Beefcake might be in trouble, folks. That's 4, and then look at that. 2, 4, that's enough. Beefcake falls. Ugh. Okay. So, those zombies may start chowing down. We'll see. Then there's a zombie attack on Per. Exploding die. Exploding die. So that's 4 successes minus 2 because our armor, or his armor is 2. So he takes 2 damage. So Pers takes 2 damage. All right. And 2 separate zombie attacks on Kendall. Oh my gosh. Deadliness. 2, so that is 3, 6. Kendall has 1 armor, so that's actually 5 damage there. This has 3 exploding dice. Are you kidding me right now? And another exploding die. And another exploding die. Oh, and another exploding die. Oh my goodness. 3, 6, 9, 10. Minus 1 is 8. That's it for Kendall. Kendall is down as well. These zombies are out of control. Okay, so they have some decisions to make here. So we have Kendall has to make a strength resistance roll of DL2, and does, so it's just unconscious. And then Beefcake gets a 5. He only needs 2 successes and he gets it, so he is just down and stunned currently. All right, so now we got to roll initiative, see how we're going to pull out of this. Need some strategy and tactics. So Beefcake and Kendall are not rolling initiative because they are unconscious. Roll, failed roll, not enough. So Barry goes after, but Purr goes before. So Purr, best thing I guess Purr to do is to kill this zombie and get over to his friend and try to... All right, so he hits 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he gets 1 exploding die. So 8 damage, and that is enough to take down or has that zombie not been injured? I don't think that zombie's been injured. But zombies have 10 stamina because they're pretty stamina-ish. So he's doing 8, minus 1 is 7. So that zombie is not down. Yikes. Okay, so that didn't work out the way he wanted it to. He doesn't know if Beefcake is dead or not, but he's got to stand in and fight these things, so he's going to stay in there. All right, so the zombies attack. All right, so there's an attack on Purr, and that is 2 exploding dice. Hits all 6. Minus 2 is 4, and that is enough to drop Purr. Oh my gosh, this is getting dicey. No pun intended. All right, and then these two move. This one moves up on Barry, and this one starts to wander towards Barry. They're trying to take out moving things before they take out these things. These zombies are making their way over here, stepping over the body, heading for the people who are still alive. So there's that. This one was able to move and attack. So we get 1 attack on Barry. Barry has armor 2 because of magic armor. So there is an exploding die, and that is only 4 successes, minus 2. Barry takes 2 damage. All right. Okay, so now that's it for the undead. Barry, oh man, doesn't have a lot going on. Barry wanted to go over and try to heal Kendall. However, that's not working out very well. I don't think Barry has any choice but to hit this guy in front of him with this zombie with a magic bolt. Reroll a failed die. This is a 3, and then exploding die. Ugh. So 4, minus 1 is 3, and that's enough to take it down, but let's see if it rises back up. It does not. So he does remove that zombie from combat. Okay, so that was something. And he's going to move 25 feet over here to try to keep out of the way of zombies as he tries to make his way to his friends. Okay, so initiative, it's just Barry. And I'll make Purr go after. Barry is going before the zombies. So she runs over and uses her healing stone on Purr. Healing 5 stamina. So Purr is now at 5 stamina. And I said he was going to go after, so put his initiative die in. And then that's it for Barry. Now the zombies. This zombie moves over onto Barry. This zombie moves over onto Barry. We'll put one more zombie on Barry. The other two can't reach. There's like a horde descending, so that's going to be a lot of dice on poor Barry with armor 2. So here we go. So 3, 6, 3, 6. So let's see how this goes. First 2 attacks. So that one is not terrible. That is 1 damage. Barry takes 1 damage. Then the second one is a little worse. So that's okay. So 3, 6. So 6 successes and -2 is 4. So Barry is still up, but Barry is in a lot of trouble. All right, so they've all attacked. Then Purr stands up and attacks the one with 1, and that's enough to take it down. And since I am house ruling that his divine channeling power prevents them from that roll they get. So then she's going to move, takes a 5-foot step and gets in front of these 2 zombies to keep them away from her friend Barry. Okay. No. Steps over here. No. Yeah, steps between. Oh my goodness. All right, so it's getting crazy. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Initiative. 2. And it's just Purr and her. So, Purr's going after. Gets to reroll 1 failed die, and Barry goes before. So Barry could turn invisible and then move away. So Barry's going to do that. So Barry's going to cast invisibility. Invisibility has a DL3. Has to make a DL3. That's pretty rough to cast invisibility, and that's 3. Thank goodness. Plus she gets to reroll a failed die, but that would not have been good. We got 3 successes and turns invisible, and then moves over here to Kendall. She can move as invisible out of reach of the zombie, and it won't get that special attack that you get when you flee combat. So she is invisible, and I will put her on this to remind me. So she is invisible. All right, so zombies, they just close in on Purr, and lots of attacks going on Purr. I'm not sure Purr is going to be awake after this. Okay, so we're going to do this first. So first attack, so that's 2 exploding dice. So that's 3 successes, so it's only 1 damage. Okay. Making some, it's only 1 damage. All right. I should have. Yeah, no, it's better to do that. Okay, second attack. Exploding die. So that is 5 successes. -2 is 3. Purr's in trouble, folks. Purr's gonna go down, I'm telling you right now. I ain't gonna survive this. I hate to be a doomsayer, but oh my gosh, that's it. Down. So Purr goes down again. Oh, zombies. All right, so initiative. Only Barry's rolling initiative. And Barry gets a reasonable roll, failed die, and gets an exploding die, and still not enough. She's going after zombies. So zombies, they could start eating people, or maybe these aren't ED zombies, they just kill things, or do they? Yeah, I don't know. So I guess what I'll do is I'll roll a d6, and we'll see. 1, 2, 3, they start wounding Purr. 4, 5, 6, they wander off to find other things. Okay, they're gonna wander off. So they start wandering off. Guess they're not that hungry. And then Barry will heal Kendall for the second charge on Barry's only healing stone. And that is 6. So Kendall now has 6 stamina. Kendall flutters his eyelids and eats down 3 berries, healing berries, for 9. Starts mowing on him. And that puts him, or two healing berries, which puts him at 12 stamina, back to full. All right, so but doesn't get up, just eats the berries, doesn't want to trigger them. And I'm going to rule that healing an opponent does not undo the invisibility because it's not an attack against an opponent. All right, so Kendall and Barry and roll initiative. Oh my gosh. You know how Kendall's on the ground. Oh yeah, Kendall's in trouble. Not in trouble, but needs to get up. And then Barry, man, yeah, they're really shaken up. So they go after the creatures. And Purr is going to be at the end, and I'll make Purr make a save. So the zombies, I'm going to say wander around. This zombie wanders this way. This zombie wanders this way. Real close to Kendall. This zombie's rolling this way. This zombie's going to go this way. And then Barry is going to go over here and heal with the final charge on her healing stone, Purr. So 3. So Purr is back up to 4. And since the zombies are already acted, she is going to activate her own healing stone that she has in her pocket for 3 more. That's only going to put her at 7, but better than nothing. And then Kendall. Kendall is going to get up and move over to Beefcake and heal him with a healing stone, bringing him up to 5. And then he's going to get up and, oh, healing. I need healing. And he's going to use one of his healing stones and bring him to 7. All right. So now they're back to fighting strength. Initiative. Okay, so Beefcake after, which I guess makes sense. He's still shaking a bit. Purr before, though. Kendall gets to reroll 1 failed roll, and Barry is going before, and Kendall is already going before. So everybody but Beefcake is going before the zombies. So Barry whispers, "Give me your healing stone." And Purr hands over the healing stone real quick, or he grabs it out of her pocket. And in case you go down. No, never mind. Barry is just going to fire. Forget it. She's going to fire at this zombie because she knows that zombie is pretty well injured and sees if she can take it down. Magic Bolt. And she gets to reroll 1 failed roll. And that's only 3. That's 2, but that's enough to take it down. Let's see if it rises up. It does not. So this one is now removed from play. All right. And there's only 2 more zombies left. 3 more zombies. That's what I thought. I don't think any of them are injured, so. All right, so that was Barry. Barry's now visible and moves this way, away from the zombies. All right, Kendall. Kendall moves here and fires a short bow at this zombie. That's a pretty good shot. Gets 1 reroll failed die and gets an exploding die. And that's exploding die. And yes, so 3, 6, 7 on a zombie. -1 is 6 damage on that zombie. Not enough to take it down, but enough to get it shaken up. All right, then Purr moves on this zombie and attacks with all the power of his holy goddess. And that is not great. He gets 1 exploding die, and that turns into another exploding die. All right, so that's turned out to be better than we thought it was going to be. So that's 3, 6, 7. -1 is 6, so that one is now pretty injured. All right, and then it is now the zombies' turn. And this one moves on Beefcake, and this one moves on Purr. So attack on Beefcake. And that is a exploding die. So that's 3, 4, 5. -2 is 3 damage on Beefcake. then the two separate zombies on our cleric per Sharp Claw. All right, that was a nasty hit from that zombie. This zombie over here only has 2 successes, but an exploding die, and that makes it 3 successes. -2 is only 1 on per 6. And then over here we have an exploding die. Oh my gosh, and another exploding die. Okay, so that is 3, 6, 7. -2 is 5. That is not enough to take per down. Per is only at 1 stamina. So per is feeling it. Okay, so now it's Beefcake's turn. Beefcake gets 10 dice. That's 5 and... All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Swings at this zombie. Oh my goodness. 2 exploding dice. Wow. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 on that zombie. And that zombie was already injured. That is a lot. And it does not come back from that. I didn't think it was going to. And he moves on this one. All right. So now it is initiative. All right. So we go 2, 2, 3, and 2. All right. So Per goes before. Kendall goes before. Beefcake after. And then Barry gets to reroll a failed die and goes before. All right. So Barry gets to fire off a magic bolt at the one that is injured. And that is 4. -1 is 3 damage. Not enough. Then Per is going to attack the one that is full on, not injured, because she wants to take it down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Wait, 3, 3. Yeah, and then +1 for her claws. Claw. So 2 exploding dice. Another exploding die. Nice. All right, so 3, 6, 9. Wait, 3, 6, 8. So 8 damage. -1 is 7. Not enough to take down a quote-unquote healthy zombie, but definitely making progress. All right, so now they're getting attacked. This one turns to attack Beefcake, and this one's going to attack Per. The gray one's going to be on Beefcake, and the bone dice will be on Per. Beefcake is taking 2 damage. So Beefcake can handle that. Per, unfortunately, is going to go down. Because of that exploding die, yeah, it's already, so Per's down. Boom. Per is taking lots of damage. Beefcake, unfortunately, is not going to go to Per's aid and is just going to attack this thing, trying to take it down. Die, you dead thing! And so he attacks. No exploding dice, interesting. But 3, 6, 9 damage. So he takes it down, but it does not get up from that. And he fells that horrible, terrible zombie. All right, initiative. They need to get, somebody needs to win initiative so they can get over and put a healing stone. Now, Barry is out of healing, but everybody else has at least 2 charges left, I believe. And Per does not roll initiative. Barry rolls a failed roll and goes before. That's good, but that does not have a healing. Ooh, but he does. And so does Kendall. All right, so we're going to have, he's going to go over and heal her. So he's going to use second charge on his. That's, so that's 6. It was a horrible roll, but I'm taking it. So Per is actually at 6 now. It doesn't have to make a strength resistance roll. And then next up is Kendall's going to fire his short bow 5 dice. Oh my gosh. Reroll a failed roll. Ugh. Does not hit. Okay. And then Barry is going to fire off a magic bolt. And has a reroll a failed roll. And 2 exploding dice now. And another exploding die. Nice. So that is 3, 6, 7. -1 is enough to take it down. Does it get back up? It does not. They're exhausted. Per stumbles to his feet. Oh, zombies, the undead. Oh, my friends. Before we descend into the crypts after the Deathstone, I think we need to return to the village to rest and give our healing stones a chance to rest. I agree, my friend. This was more harrowing than I had imagined it to be. Who knows what we will find in the crypts below. So, with that, they return back to the village. They go to their homes. They rest. They get up in the morning. No other undead has attacked the village this night. I wonder why. And the healing stones are fully up. Their stamina's fully together. They're ready to go back and try to take down the Deathstone. They go to the graveyard, and there are no other undead floating about outside. So they enter the mausoleum. They find a trapdoor, and they head down into the darkness. And we'll see where that leads them in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for downloading Delves and Dangers. Let me know how much fun you're having playing it or not. And until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.